Well, I've been doing a few videos on Tom Cruise, Scientology, and the very mixed box office of Mission Impossible 7, and I want to do a little bit more on Scientology, but I did not anticipate this. We all knew it might have happened for a while, but finally Leah is explicitly suing the Church of Scientology for harassment and a campaign against her. And I can get into the particulars, but I just think the fact that this is happening, and apparently will happen, is a bombshell, because again, there have been lawsuits with Scientology before, but not like this. I don't think people realize that Scientology is very weird. Even though they are very legalistic and they often go after people, they only have a few lawsuits in the public record. They're just very, very secretive. They don't want to be exposed, they don't want to be in the limelight, and they don't like answering questions, especially the leaders. And although people might think this is clickbait to bring in Tom Cruise so much, he is actually the origin of this whole entire. This all began with, if you can believe it, the Katie Holmes wedding. Essentially what happened is that Leah invited her friend Jennifer Lopez, and that was very intentional. The Scientologist wanted J-Lo there for whatever reason, and J-Lo appeared, and so did she, but Leah saw some things that she found disturbing. She made a few criticisms within the church. She didn't go public, but the church reacted really badly. From that, she became very disillusioned and started questioning a lot of things going on in Scientology with Tom Cruise, the wedding, and other aspects. And from then on, she became a very fierce critic, and she's been a fierce critic ever since, in putting in a lot of public appearances. And to put it mildly, the Scientologists have fought back, and they've been very, very militant in their own way. And now she's going to have this very public lawsuit. And given the timing with Mission Impossible 7, you can't help but wonder if this was very well timed to sort of embarrass Tom Cruise. I don't think she's after the money, though. I think she's just trying to get more information and help people who are, again, I want to be careful to be neutral, the alleged victims of Scientology. And again, a lawsuit may be the best way to help them out. It obviously is being timed with Mission Impossible 7. But I would note one thing, that they would have done this weeks or months ago to be totally exploitive. So they've been very careful to word the lawsuit in very specific ways. Again, I don't want to talk about my own personal business, but I am familiar a little bit with how civil lawsuits go. And this is very, very specific. It's about very specific California laws. I want to remain a little neutral. I know a lot of people are just instantaneously anti-Scientology. And again, I do think her charges are very credible. But again, the church may be able to defend a few of these charges, but I think not all of them. Some of them look very, very bad. And so it's going to be an incredibly shocking next couple of years, because like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, there will probably be a lot of stunning witnesses that will be called forth and give testimony about Scientology. So however you feel about Scientology, this is going to be, at the very least, very interesting how it plays out on both sides. And again, I am more pro-Leah than pro-quote Church of Scientology, but rightly or wrongly, it is a religion, so it'll be very interesting from a legal, philosophical, and again, clearly Hollywood standpoint, given how many Hollywood stars are connected to Scientology, what plays out. So this is a very big bombshell. We're at just the very beginning. She's only announced the lawsuit, so we're going to have to wait for the counter response from Tom and David, a really big person in Scientology, and he's very close to the leader of Scientology, David Miscavige. So there's really no way the cruise factor is going to go away. Whatever hopes Mission Impossible 7 had, they're going to be very low now, because a lot of people are negative about Scientology. So the more people are being very explicit about his link to Scientology, the more I think MI7 is going to suffer, rightly or wrongly. So whatever hopes MI7 had with the box office, I think, are now very, very small.